The Veterans Administration reports 35% of military personnel deployed to Afghanistan or Iraq since 2001 are now suffering from a life-altering illness, post-traumatic stress disorder. Counseling is the main treatment, but now a local group has another answer. Support Dogs, Inc. is making history by placing its first psychiatric service dog with a veteran coping with PTSD. Suzanne Vanderhoff shows us they are seeing remarkable results.
Ken Snell looks perfectly relaxed walking down the street with his dog Denver. You'd never guess that this leisurely stroll would be nearly impossible for Ken without Denver by his side.
I don't do anything alone.
Ken enlisted in the Army on his 18th birthday. He trained at Fort Riley for 19 weeks before being deployed as a combat engineer clearing roadside bombs, first in Afghanistan, then Iraq. Now, at 24, he's retired and suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. Denver is his support dog.
Mainly being a PTSD dog, his best quality is that he's there. So, I mean, if he wasn't here, I wouldn't be doing this. I'd have been here by myself, just watching TV, that's it. Now, on my days off or when I get home from work, me and him go out and explore the world. Because when we were doing training, I hadn't been to the mall since I joined the Army. I don't do crowded places. That was the first time I've been to the mall in 6 years.
Although support dogs have long been used to help people who have lost their sight or suffered other physical disabilities, they've only recently begun being used to help people with psychological injuries. In fact, Ken and Denver are the first pair in the entire St. Louis region the Support Dogs organization has trained, focusing on the needs of someone with PTSD.
Originally, when the organization was first founded, we trained dogs for people with mobility-related issues. So typically people that are in wheelchairs, people that have PTSD, their needs are completely different. You know, Ken might be different than, Joe, that might be different than Stan. So we really tried to see, okay, what is it that Ken needs? What would Ken benefit from? And then we said, okay, which dogs do we have in our kennel that might suit him, or dogs that are coming down the pipeline? And it just so happened that we had Denver, and it's like, well, this is perfect.
After making the match, Support Dogs trainers worked together with Ken and Denver to make sure that they could function as a team. But they also taught Denver some specific skills to help meet Ken's particular needs.
Like when we go to the grocery store, I tell him, he goes to the end of the aisle, looks both ways, and I can tell just by the way he looks if there's people coming or where they're there. If we're in line, he has a command called behind, and he will actually sit beside me facing backwards, and he watches all things behind me, which is really nice, especially in front of glass. I don't like glass.
Amazingly, Ken and Denver have only been working together since the middle of October, but it's clear that even in that short time, Denver has made a huge impact on Ken's life.
It's opened the world back up. I'm a lot happier. I'm more outgoing. Definitely nice to have a buddy that watches your back.
You're a good boy. Yeah, you can love me.